EA Sports. Today we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Titans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Giants defense that will need to be on its game. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
Danny Amendola on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Manning now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. Manning. A screen here to Vereen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Manning. Hard throw, incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And when he's at his best, Colin Kaepernick epitomizes what most people are looking for in a quarterback nowadays. Not just a guy who can throw it, but a guy who can be a big part of the run game and really break down defenses.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd down following the run. They go with Murray again. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Defense showing blitz. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. It's caught, Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy. Territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. DeMarco Murray. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, That's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down run here. This is Vereen. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They run with Murray, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his...
And Vereen, sure-handed as he is, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Manning going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 14-7 is the score. We're back to Nashville right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. On the run, here's Vereen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Manning to throw on 2nd down. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, it's Manning. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. DeMarco Murray and company heading back onto the field. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That, quite simply, is Jeremy Hill. A very powerful, compact back.
He's always been that, even back at LSU. That's where he honed that skill, right?
Love to run between the tackles and take the contact as well as dish it out.
Kaepernick now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
But with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here's Ryan Succop for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Succop will put this one right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super toe.
They'll run here with Vereen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And for a right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To throw, it's Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And they're going to try for the 4th down conversion. Manning and the offense staying put. They'll go for it. It's Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Manning. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Brandon Marshall as the first half is winding down. And the Giants add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, he sheds himself free. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Succop for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Titans haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Giants have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll the highlights. Giants with the ball midway through one. Shepard's the target here, and he ends up at the 39-yard line before he stopped on the play. Sticking with the same drive, here's Eli Manning scrambling and completing the pass. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Now 1st and 10, Murray's going to break into the secondary, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Down to the middle of the first. Manning's got the completion here, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Just about out of time in the first half. Here we get a quick pass and completion. This play goes for a score. The lead now at 8. Giants back now for the kickoff. Taylor is going to get a chance to make it happen here, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run. It's Vereen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd down.
Really nice pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and short. You figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult 3rd down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns. Just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know. Pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
Manning now on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Vereen. And now running right through it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there. On the handoff.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Caught me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Gallman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st down, Murray. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Murray. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville, it's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Now they'll run. Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Murray. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game.
Well, he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Manning. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there knocking the ball away. The offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
On first down, Kaepernick. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Oh, look at the juke. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And now out come the Giants. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Into the red zone now. Manning. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. This is Gallman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Manning. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. And right now we spotlight DeMarco Murray. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Give him 30 yards there. They'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 49. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. He's back to throw. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Giants, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.